Looks like we get to go on a cruise, huh?
We get to go on a cruise! Yes!
Welcome back to the channel. We're Jamie and Skylar, and recently we went on a 5-night cruise on the Royal Caribbean Serenade of the Seas. And while we had been on many other cruises before, this one was just a little bit different. This was our first cruise on this ship, our first cruise out of Tampa, and our first cruise since the beginning of COVID. In this video series, we're going to show you our entire experience, from COVID testing, embarkation, and sail away, to activities, entertainment, and dining. We'll also give you a detailed tour of the entire ship, touch on the many changes to cruising post-COVID, and discuss all the things we loved and didn't love about this cruise experience. But before we can get on the ship and officially kick off this series, we gotta get tested.
We do think that Royal Caribbean did a great job of making this process as painless as possible. They did allow us to order these at-home test kits for COVID-19 because currently adults are required to produce a negative test that's taken within 2 days of the sailing. We were able to order a 3-pack, and here's what they looked like. They were really easy to do. You actually connect with a live individual and they walk you through the entire process.
Into the left nostril and then rotate it 5 times. Okay, very good.
Well, that was pretty easy. Let's hope I test negative. Thankfully, both of our tests came back negative, so we'll be able to get on the ship today.
What's up, guys? We are on our first day of our cruise on the Serenade of the Seas and our first sea day. A little bit of background information. When we first booked this cruise, the itinerary was different and the ship was completely different than the cruise we are on today.
Yes, we were supposed to be on a sister ship, and since we booked, the itinerary changed twice. We were initially supposed to be going to Grand Cayman and I think Key West.
Yeah, and now we're actually going to Royal Caribbean's private island, Coco Cay, as well as Nassau, Bahamas. And this is our first cruise since COVID. We honestly didn't know quite what to expect, but so far we have to say it's been great.
Yeah, we were a little worried about the embarkation process taking a long time, given the additional requirements to cruise right now. But the whole process for us only took around 20 minutes from the time our Uber dropped us off at the cruise port.
Yeah, as long as you complete the necessary information in the Royal Caribbean app ahead of time, and also have your proof of negative COVID test, proof of vaccination, and passport in hand, the check-in process should go really smoothly.
I can't believe we're finally getting back on a cruise ship. It doesn't feel real yet. Another process we've been really impressed with is the muster station process, which now can be completed through the Royal Caribbean app almost entirely once you get on the ship. You watch a series of short videos, and when you're done, you go to your muster station, show it to your staff, let them know that you've completed it, and that's it.
Yeah, we love that we did not have to take time away from our first night on the ship to go stand in the muster station.
Man, that was the easiest muster station drill ever.
Yeah. Another thing we noticed right away when getting on this ship is that it feels really empty.
It does, and from talking to staff, it sounds like it's about half full with passengers currently. And I'd say this is the least busy ship we've ever been on.
Yeah, and because it's so empty, every spot on the ship feels really spacious, and the service has been excellent.
Also, you may have noticed that we are filming from our very own private balcony, and we are loving it.
Yeah, and the best part about that is that we actually paid for an interior stateroom, which is the cheapest room, but because of the changes in itinerary and the lack of people on this ship, we got upgraded to this room for free. And we will be giving you a tour of this room in a future video.
We will be sharing much more about our experience sailing on the Serenade of the Seas in our upcoming videos. But we did want to share with you what our favorite experience has been so far. And that has actually been the sail away. The captain timed it perfectly, so we were sailing under the Skyway Bridge just after sunset. And it was breathtaking.
Yeah, it really was, and if you're not familiar with sailing out of Tampa Bay, You actually have to pass under the Skyway Bridge to get from Tampa Bay into the Gulf of Mexico. And while that bridge is huge, it's actually not even tall enough for the new mega ships to fit under, and that's why you'll only see smaller sized ships sailing out of Tampa Bay.
And this was our first time sailing out of Tampa and under the Skyway Bridge. And honestly, it only looked like the ship cleared the bridge by a few feet.
Oh my gosh, it doesn't even look like we're gonna clear it. That's crazy.
It was an amazing experience, but also a bit scary.
Yeah, so stick around to see some more of that sail away footage for yourself.
But before we leave you with that footage, please make sure to click the thumbs up if you like this video. We'll be posting more content from our cruise experience over the next few weeks, so make sure to subscribe and turn the notifications on so you won't miss them. As of January 2022, 2 Royal Caribbean ships, 1 Celebrity ship, 1 Norwegian ship, and 1 Carnival ship are sailing out of the Tampa port. Carnival cruises out of Terminal 2, while Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, and Norwegian cruise out of Terminal 3. While the Tampa port is much smaller than Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Port Canaveral in terms of cruise traffic, many would be surprised to know that the Tampa port is actually Florida's largest in terms of size and tonnage, spanning over 5,000 acres and handling over 37 million tons of cargo every year.
Are we going to clear it or what?
The Skyway Bridge's official name is the Bob Graham Sunshine Skyway Bridge, but is usually referred to as the Sunshine Skyway Bridge or just the Skyway. The bridge was completed in 1987 at a total cost of around $244 million and spans over 4.1 miles in length. The highest span of the bridge's deck is 180 feet above water. In comparison, several of today's largest cruise ships exceed 200 feet in height. An average of around 60,000 vehicles cross the bridge every day. Oh my gosh, it doesn't even look like we're gonna clear it. That's crazy. A $15.6 million lighting system was installed on the bridge in 2017. Don't forget to come back next week for more of this cruise experience. Thanks for watching.